So, for those of you who aren't part of the Magic the Gathering community, secret layers are pretty much Wizards' way of saying, hello, you like shiny cardboard? You like fancy artwork? We're gonna sell it to you. Directly to you. No local game store. What the fuck's a local game store? Buy on Amazon. So this is kind of the stuff that they do. Obviously, they have basic lands ones. We don't talk about those. Not yet, anyway. Monster Anatomy 101 is our first secret layer that we're looking at. So, what am I judging these based off of? Let's get that straight first. So, as much as I don't want to admit it, the artwork does play a bit into my rankings and if I like it or not. If it's thematic, if I enjoy it a lot, it's probably going to get a higher ranking. But it's also on the quality of the cards in here. Just based off of, and, you know, cat out of the bag. I play Commander, so I'm looking at this from Commander players' point of view. Not you know, the competitive formats, Modern, Pioneer, Legacy, Vintage, Standard, if anyone fucking plays that anymore. Alright. On to the ranking. I think this one's actually a solid A-tier secret layer. It has some pretty cool art, and it has... Well, it also came in foil etched instead of regular foil, which is a big plus, because foil etched looks sick. But it's not S tier for the reason of the value isn't quite there, and they're all good cards and usable, but the value just isn't there. Alright, moving on to the next one. We got one that I have seen so much of because I work at a game store, and we got so many of these in the Path Not Traveled. 4 Planeswalkers, all of them in different arts if they went a different way in their lives. We got a Johnny the X-Men, we got Cowboy Domri, we got Indiana Jones Tameo, and we got the Prom Queen Vraska. If I'm being real, this is a very novel idea for a secret lair that I really hope they go back to, but I'm worried they won't because this one didn't sell too well. In terms of card selection here, you got some really good picks. You got a Johnny and Tameo, and Vraska's actually pretty usable. The only dud here is really Domri, which kind of sucks, but I mean, you know, whatever. Not every secret layer can be a slam dunk, although they fucking should be. This one's going into C tier. Great idea. I love the art. Has some pretty decent cards, but the value, again, it's actually worse in this one than the other one. Oh, fuck. Is it time? It's already time. Where are you at? Our first Universes Beyond secret layer should be up here somewhere. Not that. There it is. Secret Lair Arcane. Now, we're going to ignore one card in here, because that's a bonus card, and I always ignore those in terms of ranking a secret lair. The Spore Frog is the bonus card here. My opinion, should have been in the main set. Could have had something cooler like the Hex Core down there, or Denting Blows. I don't care. All I know is that all of these are not that good except for one card, and that's fucking Rhystic Study. That's the only card here worth anything of value. If you're a fan of Arcane, great. Good secret lair. My personal opinion, this fucking secret lair is a D tier. I'm not a big fan of League of Legends. I haven't watched Arcane. So, I'm not the be all end all on anything Arcane. But in terms of just the secret lair, I think it's a D tier. Vulcan Baga Artist Series. Our first Artist Series. So we got Elspeth, Knight Errant, or however the fuck you pronounce it, Patron Wizard, Berserk, and Verduran Enchantress. All the art here is beautiful. Almost all the Artist Series I love with a passion. But in terms of card selection, the Enchantress is a bit weak. And I will say, the Elspeth is a nice pick, though it's not one of her more popular variants. Though I guess, you know, they've done a couple Elspeths in Secret Lairs now. So, oh well. Not bad, though. Patron Wizard was a more expensive card before this release. And Berserk is still a really good card. And it's still pretty high up. All in all, I think this is actually a pretty worth it Secret Lair if you are wanting, like, Berserk or Elspeth. If you're just looking for a Patron Wizard or Verduran, or even for Patron Wizard at the time of release, it was pretty good for, like, these two in value-wise. The other two you can get other ways, but I understand if you want the art. This one's a solid A tier. Fortnite Secret Lair! Woo! God. Okay, talking about this one, though. This is how you do a Universe Beyond Secret Lair. 8 cards. Almost all of them actually being useful. Well, 7. We ignore the Boogie Bomb, because that was a bonus card. But 7 cards here. Grim Tutor, Wrath of God, Triumph of the Hordes are all, like, Commander staples. Hell, even Wrath of God's, like, good in, like, almost any format it's printed in. Ethereum Sculptor is always good. The Planar Bridge, another... It's high cost, but it's alright. Smuggler's Copter, pretty good. Dance of the Many could have been another dance card, and I feel like it would have been a lot better. But I can't be too mad. With all the other cards that are pretty good, I actually ended up buying this. More specifically because it came with Grim Tutor, Wrath of God, and Triumph of the Hordes. But the other cards saw places in my deck as well. Thomas M. Boxa. Alright, let's talk about Secret Lairs that have no fucking value. Okay. I'm sorry, but this Secret Lair in terms of, like, financial value is one of the worst. You got picks like Ob Nixilis Reignited, which have been printed into fucking oblivion in Commander decks. Sire of Insanity, which is a very fringe card that, like, only a couple certain decks will want, and it's not even that good. Sliver Hive Lord, with good art, but if you're going for a Sliver, why a Hive Lord? At this point, Legion needed a reprint. The first Sliver could have been a great reprint. And Overlord is still expensive. Hive Lord's the cheapest of all of them. And then we have Spellskite, which is an alright card. Obviously, it was the bonus card. But, like, when your second best card is a mid card, it's kind of bad. This is one that I don't... And I like the art. Don't get me wrong. The art's good. But, like... This is an F. There's not a single card here that you'd want. I'd switch to the other screen. But we already see what we got. It's just Bitter Blossom and 4 Fairy tokens. This is one of the first Secret Lairs ever released. It was part of the first drop. So this was kind of a... And this is kind of a unique one. 1 copy of 1 card and 4 tokens. Now, if we're being real, I think this is the best start of Bitter Blossom we got. Like, the other ones are pretty good. Judge gift card's pretty good too. But that's just great. I think it's a B tier because it does only come with 1 playable card. Like, by today's standards, this Secret Lair is fucking awful. But considering the price of the 1 card, you're pretty much paying for it, and they're giving you 4 tokens. And it's really good art. Obviously, it's not an S tier knock, like, boom, home run Secret Lair. But, like, it's good. It's good. I would have bought this had I known that Secret Lair was a thing at the time. This Secret Lair is really good. Not only in terms of artwork, but also in terms of the value you get from it. You get Teferi, you get Shalai, you get Kaya, you get some staples and Ponder, Cultivate, Path of Ancestry, which I believe was a bonus card, and then Soul Ring. All in all, I think it's a solid A tier Secret Lair. The value in it isn't high up, but all these cards are good, and all of them are playable. That's more than you could ask for in like half the Secret Lairs. Solid A. I can't pronounce that, but it's the Bird's Secret Lair. Swan Song, Birds of Paradise, Gilded Goose, Baleful Strix, and Dustscape. What does a Secret Lair have of value? Well, it comes with the Birds of Paradise. That's been reprinted a bunch of times, but it's still one of the best cards out there. Gilded Goose, a good take on Birds of Paradise, but so you get 2 mana dorks. Baleful Strix, good flying Death Touch blocker. ETB draw card, so it cantrips. It's alright. Good for control. Swan Song, good counterspell. And then Dovescape, one of the most annoying cards to ever see against you. Whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, counter it. That player creates X 1/1 white and blue bird creature tokens with flying where X is their mana cost. Oh, you want to play a destroy target enchantment spell? Too fucking bad. Have a bird. You get birds. All in all, the Secret Lair gets B for birds. Monster Movie Marathon. Kinda weak. Kinda weak. It's got some really good cards in it. You got Grafdigger's Cage, Beast Within, and Dismember, all of which see play in multiple formats. Then Blasphemous Act, which you kind of only see really in Commander. The only redeeming thing here is really the art. In terms of value, it's fucking awful. So, not great. Alright, this is the first of a couple different Secret Lairs, all of the same gimmick. Mountain Go. This is a solid C tier. Like the art, but you're getting 4 copies of Lightning Bolt. Box of Rocks. Box of Rocks, okay. B for Box of Rocks, but we'll get there. Why is Birds an A? Birds, go back to B. It's where you belong. I can't pronounce their name, but it's an artist series for the Eldrazi. It is a panoramic shot of Thought Not Seer, Inquisition of Kozilek, Reality Smasher, and Eldrazi Temple. These are all modern cards. You play these in modern Eldrazi. But, and it's a big but, none of them except for Temple are particularly valuable. Welcome to Castle Dracula. A interesting Secret Lair that comes with quite a few good cards. It only comes with 3. But Phyrexian Tower and Exquisite Blood are home run cards. Easy A tier. You instantly get your value back. And it's pretty good. Only downside, only 3 cards. Let's talk about Secret Lair. Heads I win, tails you lose. Wizards bit off way more than they could chew. They literally said, oh, we're going to have the Secret Lair out to ya. It's a 100 card Secret Lair commander deck. It's going to take them a minute to produce that many cards. And I don't think they realized how long it would take. Especially in COVID era. So, why is it S tier then if it took so long to get out? Because the idea behind it, what you got with it, and honestly, the way it was handled, besides from shipping, I think it's an S tier Secret Lair and they should absolutely replicate it. Liliana's Contract. Very thematic Secret Lair. It's a fucking D tier though. You get like one good card in here, and it is Razaketh. The other demons that she has are fringe playable in certain combo decks to not really good. And Liliana's Contract being a win condition is cool and all, but it's not great. Alright, time for the first April Fool's Secret Lair. I'm not even going to say the name because it's fucking long as shit. Because of the controversy surrounding what happened when this was announced, kind of brings it down because they actually removed a card from this layer. But I don't blame them for doing so. But at the same time, it's really bad now. Artist Series, Seb McKinnon. I fucking love this Secret Lair. I'm struggling with myself here. I think I have to put it in A. Because it does come with a basic land. That hurts it. Damnation, very cool. Good card. Good reprint. But all the other cards are kind of mid. The art is beautiful. But the other cards are kind of mid. But Damnation's amazing. So I'm going to put it in A. The D&D Secret Lair gets D for D&D. Funny Dog Secret Lair. Every dog has its days. Gets D for dog. Yeah. You get Lightning Greaves, Rest in Peace, Dig Through Time, and Ancient Grudge. Literally mid cards all the way through. It hurts me. Because I fucking bought this one. I bought this stupid fucking Secret Lair. The Stained Glass Dominaria United. What a fucking whiff it is. Alright, Beetles and Grimm, Here Be Dragons, gets a C tier. But it comes with all this other cool stuff. Yes, but holy shit, the price point on it was awful. We already knew what these cards were kind of going to be. Like, they got leaked before the official reveal. And they counted a fucking token as a card. Sure, your bonus card was a Dragon Sword, but one of the 6 cards they offered you, they're like, yeah, you're going to get 6 cool cards. And one of them being a fucking token. Cool tokens are cool. But put 5 cards in a token next time, please. Dwarves get an F. Art's great. I love the idea. But there's no fucking value there. Extra Life 2020 is an S tier. Same with Extra Life 2021. Well, Extra Life 2022, in my opinion, gets a D or B. What are these Extra Life Secret Lairs, you may be asking? Well, Wizards of the Coast partners with Extra Life, a charity, every year to release merch and do other cool stuff. And these Secret Lairs are now a part of it. Every year they release a Secret Lair that has to do with Extra Life. The first year was the only one that was different, where they actually just had a solid fucking chunk of reprints. It was like literally the best Secret Lair that I think they had done up to that point. And then they did something interesting with the next 2, where they would have kids draw a Magic card, and then they'd have the actual artists go over and make it an actual card. Having it like that doesn't do it justice. Like, this is amazing. I fucking love it. And ignoring the bonus cards that are drawn by lead designer Mark Rosewater, it's very sweet, and I love it. So why are not all of them S tier, then? I'll be honest, it's card picks. And it's kind of how they do Extra Life. Like, half of the Secret Lair goes to charity. And they're more expensive on rate, but honestly, it's more just me being picky with my card selection. 2 Crater Hoof Behemoths, Teferi's Protection, Amulet of Vigor, Consecrated Sphinx, fuck me, yeah, all those are fucking amazing. More Birds of Paradise, Slaver Legion, which had been reprinted at that point. And everything else, it's kind of mid. But I still like it. I think the idea is worth it. All the Theros gods get A tier. But Nate, they have different gods in them. How can you rate them all the same? Because they effectively are all the same. It's the same basic premise between all of them. And if you got one, you were probably getting the others as well. Fairy Rad gets a B. It's got some really cool, really, like, good art. But at the same time, only a couple of these cards were playable. Kind of mid. Far Out, man. Solid A tier. Nothing to complain about there. Just not quite good enough to reach S tier. Fiona Staples gets a C. There's kind of only like 1 or 2 cards you could play there. Pictures of the Floating World is going to get an F tier. These cards range from barely playable to dog shit. I love the art so much, but the Secret Lair gets a B. So, if you do not recognize who this artist is, let me scroll up for you. This is from the late Frank Frazetta. I love all of these arts, but these cards are just not great. And if I'm being real, Lightning Strike instead of Lightning Bolt is such a fucking miss. That's not even worth commenting on. Welcome to the Fungal gets a solid fucking F for Fungal. Why is this one F tier? The art's cool. Yeah. You get $6 worth of cards. The Galaxy Foil lands get a D. They're very pretty, but there's like 2 good cards in here. That's about it. Gilded Foil from New Capenna gets an S tier. You get Atraxa, Brea, and Yidris. Holy shit, that's a good deal. Could they have had the other 2? Yes. Should they have? Yes. But just because the Secret Lair has problems does not mean it's not S tier in terms of a Secret Lair. The Magic 30th Secret Lair, Little Geary, gets a fucking F tier. For Magic 30th Secret Lair, you think they'd like knock it out of the park. Explosion Sounds is an S tier Secret Lair. It is goblins. And they're all done in this art style. And all of them are playable. But by far the one I want the most is the Goblin Sharpshooter because he looks like the sniper from TF2. Alright, just some totally normal guys. It's like a B tier. It's got some good picks. Void Winnower, Collector Roof. But like Vegevine and Goblin Settler are a little bit rougher. Still, good Secret Lair. Nils Ham is an S tier Secret Lair. Every card in there is playable. All of them are fan-fucking-tastic too. I forget the name of this one, but this one's a D tier. You get some not too playable cards. There's some interesting art. The Azami looks beautiful, but it's just kind of mid. F for the Midnight Hunt Showcase. Why F tier? Because it's 10 cards in the Secret Lair. Yeah, 10 fucking Commander deck staples. What do you mean Commander deck staples? Some of them are played in Amulet Titan. I mean, like, their value the value is so low that they are Commander deck pre-con cards for fillers for lands. It's fucking garbage. Imaginary Friends gets like a D tier. Like, they got some interesting cards there. They're just not great. Kamigama Inc. is a C tier. It's got some pretty decent playable cards. The art's gorgeous, but decently playable means C. In Memoriam, Jaya Ballard, one of the 2 Planeswalker-only Secret Lairs. Like, centered around a Planeswalker. It's a solid B tier. It's got some really good cards. All the cards are at least playable. I especially love that they put old Jaya in the new Planeswalker. That's very neat to me. But it's nothing special. Kaito's is a C. It has even less playable cards, and it doesn't come with his Planeswalker. Kind of mid. I forget who did this one, but this one's a D tier. In terms of playable cards, you get Bloom Tender, and that's it. Junji Ito Secret Lair. Holy shit. Amazing. Amazing card picks. You got Doomsday, Plague Crafter, Carrion Feeder, and Thoughtseize. All of them are hugely playable. And the art's gorgeous. And it opens them up to doing more art with Japanese artists, which they did in Phyrexia All-Be-One. Booyah, baby! Okay. Enough about me getting excited. Fantastic. Fantastic layer. Call Time Part 1 and Part 2 both go into C tier. Actually, no. No, they go into D. Because they should have been one Secret Lair. But, you know. I know why they didn't. Uro and Kroxa were tearing up formats at this point. And they didn't. And they wanted their fucking money. Kamigama, the manga, the cards, gets a C tier. The value isn't all there, but all the cards are good and playable. I don't know how to pronounce this artist's name, but their Secret Lair is also an S tier. Burgeoning Mystic Remora. Little did we know Mystic Remora would get a reprint in Dominaria Remastered, but let's be real here. The art is gorgeous, and the fact that it was the first foil printing of Mystic Remora was really good. Finally, we're back in the beginning of Secret Lair again. Sorry, Explosion Sounds was also one of the first Secret Lairs, that's why I think it was so good. Kaleidoscope Killers is an S tier Secret Lair. But Nate, it only has 3 cards! No shit. Too bad those cards are Ur-Dragon, Sliver Overlord, and Reaper King. All 5 color, staple commanders. Fantastic Lair. The art's beautiful. The cards are great. Enough said. Enough said. OMG Kitties is a B tier. It's aight. Kazudon Another Story is an S tier Secret Lair. In terms of value, it's great. In terms of artwork, it's amazing. In terms of card selection, fantastic picks all across the board. That's something you'll notice a lot with here. Fantastic card picks, good art, and or just great value. Like, all these are great. This one's a weird one to rank, because this one hasn't come out yet. This is like Little Geary. This one is for MagicCon Philadelphia. But they stepped up their game. I'm going to put it in C. C for cat. Another funny Secret Lair. Finally, left-handed Magic cards. This one gets a D tier. Alright. Little Walkers 1 and 2. 2's been delayed, but I think the Planeswalker picks were kind of B tier mid. Little Walkers original is a fucking S tier Secret Lair. Knocked it out of the park. All the Planeswalkers were great. Great selections. Fantastic art. Oh, one of the most beautiful Secret Lairs in terms of artwork, and I'm giving it a C. Fuck. To be fair, you get a basic land, an Elvish Mystic, and a Mother of Runes. Why is Mother of Runes an issue? Because of this fucking Secret Lair right here. Speaking of this one's another one like Lightning Bolt, but done, in my opinion, worse. Crocodile Jackson's Monstrous Menagerie gets a D tier as well. Mostly because it's, Mathis for blockers gets a D tier as well. Orin Frostfang and Brazen Borrower are great. But this Secret Lair has the single most cheap, non-basic land Secret Lair card in it. And it's Meandering Tower Shell because it's a turtle. And as a connoisseur of turtles who built his own turtle tribal deck. Holy shit, turtles are bad. Not great. Turtles are not great. Regardless, that Secret Lair is D tier. The meaning of life, the universe, and everything is like a solid C tier layer. Not much to comment on. Decent card picks. Art's alright. I hate that I'm giving this one S tier. Megatron vs. Optimus Prime comes with 3 cards. In this day and age, that gets you crucified, Wizards. So what's the fucking problem? Or so what's the good part about this layer? Because that's a fucking problem. It's Kaleidoscope Killers all over again. All 3 cards are great. Alright, Ali said I had to rank this one as S tier. Don't tell her it's actually kind of like a C tier layer, though. Just add milk. What a fucking meme Secret Lair. It should just be just add Ulamog. You're just buying an Ulamog at this point with funny artwork. You get 2 bonus cards thrown in. 3, technically. This art series is an F tier. It doesn't have anything of value. It doesn't have great cards. Thrilling Tales of the Undead is also an F tier. This is a 3 tier. This is a 3-card Secret Lair done wrong, because the Liliana's not great. The Rise of the Dark Realms is alright, and then Gravecrawler is printed into the fucking dirt now. Mischief Secret Lair is a solid A tier Secret Lair. No, it's S. Good tutor. Good, like, Swords to Plowshares. Blood Moon. It's a Fairies puzzle box. And an interesting idea for the bonus card. S tier. I want to give this an F tier, but in all reality, it deserves D. No. I bought this one. I got burned. D tier. So, for those of you who don't... Ah, fuck, my card. For those of you who don't know, there is a special type of foiling only available in on like 5 cards called Neon Ink Foil. Now, what is a Neon Ink Foil? Well, See how that blue really pops and stands out? That's a neon ink. That's what that yellow is on that card. Neon ink foils were exclusive to Kamigawa, and this was a Kamigawa Showcase Secret Lair. In my opinion, they chose some decent cards, but in all, it just kind of falls short, especially because the neon ink foiling isn't really that great. The Phyrexian Praetor Secret Lair. That is a amazing Secret Lair. It's probably, if not one, it's probably the, if not one of, if not the best Secret Lairs that they've made. Mark Poole Artist Series. It's like a D tier. The Post Malone Secret Lair is an A tier. What can I say? Correct, Sunny Yawgmoth, Jet Medallion, Citadel. The other card's not great, but all three of those are amazing. You play them all in the same deck. It's awesome. For this one card, it deserves S tier. Bearscape's fucking hilarious. Okay, Pride Across the Multiverse. In terms of the Pride Secret Lair, I think they actually did a really good job. This Secret Lair gets like D tier. Nah, C. I'd say C. Chroma's a classic Magic, classic Magic character. Machias is great. Olivia, Mobilized for War, could be better. And then the Glissa the Traitor. No, it was Glissa Sunseeker. That was the card that got reprinted. But the storytelling through the art on the cards is fucking awesome, and I really love the Glissa. But in terms of like actual cards and playability, it's like there. This was like a weird like Hasbro only one that no one really, I never see anyone talk about. I've never seen one of these cards in person. That's F tier. As much as I love this layer, it gets no, it gets B. Because while there was only one card I cared about, Kozilek, came with Primeval Titan, Platinum Angel, and Huntmaster of the Fells. I mean, Huntmaster of the Fells is kind of a bad pick, but Kozilek, Platinum Angel, and fucking Primetime, pretty good layer. Year of the Rat. I wish they kept doing these, because I think it'd be really cool to have secret layers where you have the Year of whatever. Like, this year was Year of the Rabbit. I would have loved to see a Year of the Rabbit secret layer, and hell, maybe they'll do one. But I think it was a great idea, and I think they executed well. They had really good rat cards. Though they do get a -1 for making fucking Rat Colony one of the cards. Fuck you. The Golgari one gets a D. This is another one of the first ever secret layers, and it's just not as good as the others. Like, it's just kind of rough. Sorry. Oh, God. Blah. It's just kind of rough. Not many great cards, not many things that make me go, ho, ho, ho. But like Life from the Loam is aight, Bloodghast is aight, and both of them are, value just kind of wasn't there. On principle, this gets F tier. The way they handled this secret lair is god-awful, and I fucking hate them. Throne Room's like a C. Savra, Cream Marchesa, like all like mid to awful picks. Let's just put it that way. Speaking of Street Fighter, C. I like Street Fighter. I think the cards are pretty cool. I think there's some unique ideas in there. I'm a fan of Street Fighter. Also, Hadouken being Lightning Bolt. Mint. Fucking love that. The Shock Secret Layers get an F tier. Should have been a set of all 10. Should have been a set of all 10 and not broken up into the shards. Less about that, the better. Wrath of God. This one, I believe, is Arshos Knight, Can You Make It? Which is kind of like a C tier layer. Right? Yeah. Okay, so this one has Gamble. Gamble, Wrath of God, Preordain, and another card that I can't help but forget right now. But it was alright. Had probably one of my favorite arts for Gamble. Not my favorite art, which is this one. Retro foil. But, you know. Kind of a mid secret layer. So it gets to be bottom mid. Party Hard, Shred Harder is an A tier layer. Great removal spells. Thraxamundar. great. It's just really, really cool, and I wish they did more like it. Okay. I'm rating all of these at the same time. B for being a box of rocks, but I bought all of these, and in my opinion, I know tier lists are supposed to be an opinion, but also this is just kind of me trying to be objective as well. These are B tier. Like, it's just signets and talismans, but they are fucking gorgeous, and they're all done by the guy who did the original Moxen. Amazing. Slimes get D tier, and the only reason it's not an F tier is because it has the best piece of flavor text on any Magic card. Squirrel cards, F tier, because they really didn't print any good squirrel support in there. Like, Nut Collector would have been a great one to reprint, but no. Gotta give bad squirrel cards. This is an interesting one, but it's kind of D tier. The best card here was kind of Imprisoned in the Moon. Oh wait, no, Stasis was printed, but no value there. Stranger Things. Gotta put it in D. I think the designs here were a lot more uninspired than the ones in the Street Fighter Secret Lair. All except for the Mind Flayer. The Mind Flayer was a really good card, but all the rest of them are kind of like mid to not good. While Street Fighter has ones that are actually pretty cool. Wizards of the Street, another like brand new one. This one, all of its values tied up in one card, so it sits right next to Ulamog. Strixhaven Showcase is a solid A tier layer though. We got All Is Dust in beautiful artwork, a Fire Covenant reprint, which is mint. And a couple other decent cards. Artifact Mutation. I can't remember the other two, but they were decent as well. It's a good layer. Good secret layer. Yeah, again, another four cards for one secret layer. I think this one gets to sit right next to Lightning Bolt and C tier. Mostly because they're both playable cards, but the value just isn't there. The 6-card Transformer Secret Lair is in fucking F tier immediately because all the cards are not good. Like, the only Transformer Secret Lair worth getting is this one. Spoiler alert. It's fucking Blightsteel, $30, solid. Old Border Planeswalkers. While the second run had better templating, it had way worse walkers than the original. The original's only going to go up to B tier though, because yeah, no, they're fucking Yu-Gi-Oh cards. You wanna try and fucking understand them? Good luck. Good luck. At least with the newer ones, you can kind of understand them. But like, I'm gonna let my bias show here. I think these are F tier. Checkland. The Checklands weren't a great cycle to print. And personal preference, I don't think the art was that great for them. I understand it's very minimalist. It's just not my style for what I want on like a basic, like one of my lands. The Valentine's Day Secret Lair. Aside from them fucking up and forgetting to send one of the big cards in it, it's a C tier layer. Believe it. No, it was B tier. It was B tier. Because it has the it has Heliod Sun Crown, which is a great combo piece. Comes with I believe it's either Gisela. No, it's Gisela. Comes with Gisela, and then comes with some interesting Goblin cards too. Pretty good. Another four card or 4 arts 1 card layer. Gets to sit in C tier next to the other two. Drown of Voss Secret Lair is a S tier layer. Sanctum Prelate, Sphere of Safety, Carpet of Flowers, and Karmic Guide. All of them fantastic cards with amazing artwork. Can You Feel with a Heart of Steel is another 3-card secret layer. I don't think it's quite S tier, but it is pretty good. Actually, it's probably more close to B tier. Walking Ballista is great, and Darksteel Colossus is great, but Arcbound Ravager being your card was kind of weird pick. The Tattoo Pack. Tattoo Pack was kind of neat. I think it's mostly C tier though. Mostly because Spell Pierce is a really bad one for this layer. Blood Artist isn't worth too much. Eternal Witness also isn't worth too much. The art's great, though. And then Ink Moth's pretty good. Ink Moth's pretty good. And then... I forget what the other card was, but... Oh well. In terms of theming, Yargle's like S tier. But, like... In terms of, like, actual, like, card. Like, F tier. The Secret Lair I'm really sad I missed. In terms of card, it should be in B tier. Bias showing. These are all done by the Metal Gear Solid artists. It's Tezzeret, Solemn Simulacrum, Phyrexia, Metamorph, and Skullclamp. Really good card picks. All these can go into the same deck, but I think just in terms of where it should go in B. But my heart of hearts says it's S tier, but it's a B tier. I think this one's like kind of a D tier Secret Lair. You don't really get too much value anymore. It was really tied up in one card, and then that card dropped heavily. Like, buying it on release even was kind of risky, and it wasn't great. Mostly because you get stuck with Kira Glass Spinner and then Hikori over here. So, you know, not great, kind of D. Zendikar Showcase is an A tier layer. You get really good cards. All of them pretty decent to eh. And all in all, pretty decent. Yeah. I think that's I think that is our Secret Lair tier list right there.